I pulled up to the hotel just after sunset. The neon sign flickered against the darkening sky, spelling out Lakeside Inn. It was a modest establishment, but it held sentimental value to me. I had bought it a few months ago, determined to turn it into a welcoming retreat. Tonight, though, I wasn't here as the owner. I wanted to see how the staff treated their guests without knowing who I was. As I walked through the glass doors, my heart swelled with a mix of pride and anxiety. The lobby was warm and inviting, with polished wooden floors and a cozy fireplace crackling in the corner. A few guests milled about, and the receptionist stood behind the front desk, tapping away at the computer. She didn't notice me right away, so I cleared my throat gently to get her attention. Her eyes flicked up to meet mine, but the smile she had worn moments ago faded quickly. Her gaze darted over me, and her lips pressed into a thin line. I could feel the weight of her judgment before she even spoke. "Can I help you?" she asked, her tone cold and clipped. I smiled politely, trying to ignore the chill in her voice. "Hi, I'd like to book a room for the night, please." She hesitated, glancing behind me as if expecting someone else. When she realized I was alone, her expression hardened further. "We're fully booked," she said flatly. I glanced around the lobby. It wasn't particularly busy, and I knew for a fact that we had several vacancies tonight. I had personally reviewed the reservation log earlier in the week. Still, I decided to give her the benefit of the doubt. "Oh, really? That's surprising," I said, keeping my tone light. "Are you sure there isn't even one room available? I don't mind a smaller one." The receptionist's eyes narrowed. "I said we're full," she repeated, her words sharp enough to cut. "You should try the motel down the road." My chest tightened, but I forced a calm nod. "All right, thank you." I turned away, pretending to head toward the door, but I lingered near the sitting area instead. I wanted to see what would happen if someone else came in. Sure enough, a few minutes later, a young couple walked in, their luggage trailing behind them. The receptionist's demeanor shifted instantly. She greeted them with a bright smile and checked them in within minutes. My suspicions were confirmed. I waited until the couple had gone upstairs before approaching the desk again. The receptionist's smile vanished the moment she saw me. "Is there a manager I can speak to?" I asked calmly. Her brows furrowed. "The manager isn't available right now." "That's interesting," I replied, leaning slightly on the counter. "Because I happen to know the manager very well." She blinked, confusion flashing across her face. "How would you know that?" I straightened up, my voice steady but firm. "Because I'm the owner of this hotel." Her mouth fell open, and for a moment, she looked completely frozen. The color drained from her face, and she stumbled over her words. I didn't know," she stammered. "That much is clear," I said. "But let's be honest, this isn't about you not recognizing me. You looked at me and decided I wasn't worth your time. You lied about our availability and treated me like I didn't belong here. Is that how we treat guests at Lakeside Inn?" The receptionist's eyes filled with tears, and she shook her head. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to." "But you did," I interrupted, my voice softening but remaining firm. "And if you're willing to treat me this way, how many other people have you turned away? How many people have you made feel unwelcome because of how they look?" She had no answer, only a downcast gaze and trembling hands. I took a deep breath, letting the silence stretch between us. "This hotel is meant to be a place where everyone feels at home," I said finally. "If you can't uphold that value, then this may not be the right job for you. I'll be reviewing your conduct further, but for now, I suggest you take some time to reflect." With that, I walked away, leaving her to grapple with her actions. As I stepped back outside, the crisp night air filled my lungs, and I felt a mix of sadness and resolve. Change wouldn't happen overnight, but I was determined to ensure that Lakeside Inn lived up to its promise, for everyone.